to God. The white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass. Need to stop it. Ass you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, ass you to stop it. Ass you to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I tell you once, won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass need the props. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know what they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world to know. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass need the props. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass shit. Oh, I'm with step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no token when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just pay with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep me slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pass through the fire. Ain't she the prophets? That baby so below to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Therefore a failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets. Give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
Bust their head.
ODing on a beat, Narcan flow. Got my... We outside with it. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in the store, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. I got the world in the palm of my hand. One west sleeve stretch, do it live on the gram. Had a whole world viewing, click and subscribe. Had them niggas off the block, tell them shooters they want a job. I just put them on the payroll. When I get control them, I just mold them like they Play-Doh. Soldiers giving Halo, trying to get up at them pesos. 40 cows send you out of space, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos, leave you all boxed up, all cause my delivery. I be on that prime shit, take you time to get with me. Got me like Vladimir, treat you like the Ukraine. Raid your little city, now you boating like Usain. Scope costs more than the rifle, I got new aim. Fresh kick, spit with the blick, not my shoe game. Used to have a dirty 30 tied to a shoestring. Now I got that Ruger 5 and 7, that's my boot thing. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in the store, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in the store, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. I don't talk hardly, be there when you call me. Send them Philly clippers at your head like a baldy. Chopper get to run down your block like a Harley. No, this ain't a big hog, this the big dog.
In your city, swinging through the jungle like it's pitfall. In the water wading, marching to my cadence. Big bursts of thunder in my hands like I'm reading. Shitty Mortal Kombat sounds, but I ain't playing.
Look 'em in the eye before the war like a weigh-in. I'm up in the AM, politicking movements with that Draco from the vid because it's proven. Waiting on my brother how to bid, he ain't do shit. That's how life go. Win some, you lose. Seen a little nigga beat a big nigga out his shoes. Seen that nigga come back, pull up with a gun strap, rob everybody outside, told him run that. We outside, that temperature's getting how we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. My Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. It's one west for that bag and we outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. That temperature's getting how we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. We outside, and we outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. We outside, yeah, we outside. It's one west on them corners and we outside. We outside with it.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make 'em money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't me murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ice agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
And I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this that exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening. Is it fact if revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jack the Ripper. So war, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light work. It ain't about who got this gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain frame. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feed you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow side, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I enjoy. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy. We bout to bombard they whole operation. Certified priest, prophesied, this my occupation. This shit outrageous, they done made the truth docile. That's why we on the corner crying aloud, looking hostile. It's UBK style, can't stop now. Far this warfare couldn't last one round. Let the oppressed rise, and let the rich mourn till the sundown. Enough with these chickens, about to make it hot, call it compound. For my niggas, put the guns in the drugs down. Dwelling in peace till the Lord called for the bloodhounds. Try to decide my death and got squeeze on the double D's. Fuck you mean? I'm talking to you. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter. That they do not rise and fill the world with lies. Ain't die for your skin, you gon' die for your crime. I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devil's done the end this shit. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah.
The police just shot him for no apparent reason. No reason at all. They asked for license and registration. That's the police officer over there that did it. With the black on. I can't really do shit because they got me handcuffed. I can't believe they just did this. I'm fucking
For homicide detectives, the clock starts ticking the moment they are called. Their chance of solving a murder is cut in half if they don't get a lead within the first 48 hours.
I do anything to keep my brother safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. You will find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. I do anything to keep my daughter safe. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. Sitting in that room, hear the interrogator's voice. They asking why I do it. I tell them I had no choice. Couldn't take a threat or a risk to my family, so throw the book at me. I take them charges happily. Ain't no need for no polygraphs or forensics. I put that fucker in a body bag, I'll admit it. Fuck a sentence or the jury that will convict me. They don't understand, it's my family, they represent me. So for them, I risk my freedom, roll the dice. I ain't got much more for you crackers, go ahead and give me life. You don't know what it's like for the people that you love. They ain't there to get salutes, they ain't there to give you hugs. The same that done pulled me from the dirt and from the mud, it's gone because of who? Yeah, I'd rather shed your blood. My brother's kids like my other kids. If you touch them, fuck around, get another bid, plus 10. Put me in the Supermax, I get super jacked, working out every day, canteen super stack, cool with that. Long as it mean my daughter's safe, my brother's winning, that's a chance I take. Still my fate. I do anything to keep my brother safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. I got wives that done gave they all to stand beside me. Kids that can't see me fall, look at me proudly. Respected by men with honor up on their names. You harm one of them, I promise that you'll see pain. I'm one West train, made an oath to uphold it. Stood with my back against the wall, never folded. Grew up in the city where the love ain't brotherly. I ain't had too many friends, I ain't need the company. I'm my father's son, so I'm cool, just don't fuck with me. I say that you my homie, you're my brother, then you stuck with me. Never turn my back on mine, it's to the dirt. You cross them across that line, I end you first. What only make it worse is loyalty hard to find. Never think cause you out of sight, you out of mind. And I don't mind dying now, cause reincarnation got me coming back. Same scars in my heart aching. Be parlaying with killers from all places. Every last one of them for me a broad day shit. So what you think, I won't do it for them? Once they let me out the cell, shit, I do it again. It's for the family. I do anything to keep my brother safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. I do anything to keep my people safe. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48.
Don't have messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Who wanna get on that ass real quick one time? 144, baby.
Run that shit up, Trey.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me a whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zoc, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Hopper Free. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me a whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the counting when you speaking to me far. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. Can't do with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole cart. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
Brothers and sisters watching online, this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. I'm Preaching Officer Karyaj. Joining with me today is Preaching Officer Azanya Allah, powerful brother from the tribe of Ephraim. We're here today at ISBK Chicago, here to let all Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans know the truth according to the Bible, which is you are the Israelites of the Bible. It is your identity that's been hidden from you for centuries and been kept away from you. And we're here to bring it to the light, bring it to forward so you can understand how to live life. Because here in America, we aren't trained how to live. We're trained how to die. Every way America has taught us is how to end our existence. But here in the Israelite School of UPK, we save lives. Right? That's what we're here to do today. Today, we're going to touch a very important aspect of life that we've forgotten about, and that's brotherhood. Today's class is what brotherhood means, what it means to be a brother or sister. Okay, that's a word you hear about a lot. You hear it in families, you hear it in religion, you hear it in fraternities, wherever you go, you know, people will call each other, oh, that's my brother, that's my sister. If you got a friend that knows another friend for a long time, he'll say, that's my blood brother, that's my brother. But then he'll go sell his mother crack. He'll go sleep with his so-called blood brother, he'll go sleep with this girl. You know what I'm saying? So what does it mean to be a brother? What does it mean to be a sister? You know, like people love saying, like people just love to talk. You're going to have to realize that about people. When it comes to people in the world, and this is all because of Christianity, because the Bible makes you prove all things. That's in the scriptures. Prove all things and let us not love in word. Those are two things that you can find in the Bible. The Lord don't deal with talk. The Lord deal with action. If the Lord said he was going to do something, he did it. He told Noah, I'm going to flood the earth. And he did it. He said, I'm going to flood the earth again, not with water, but with fire. And guess what? He's going to do it. So when it comes down to talking, you can't just talk. It's all about action, what you do. I could say I love this brother Azanyala all I want. But then if I go sleep with this woman, if I go rob his house, how am I his brother? You know what I'm saying? If I take full advantage of him, how am I his brother? You know, and that's exactly what your Christian pastors are doing. Who you call your brother, who you call your spiritual father, who you call your leader, who you call your spiritual guide. They're doing that to you every day in the ghetto, barrio, and reservation for the last 500 years. So this word brother, sister, has been so fundamental in the lives of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, it lost its meaning. We're here to tell you what the meaning is truly about and why we're bringing it up today. If you could, brother, pull me the book of 1 John 4, verse 20. If anyone has any questions in the comments, you can pull them down below on our Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and we'll get to them. The brother Azanyala again on the ones and twos. Big shout out to that brother, hardworking brother here in the nation, putting his brick in like we all put our brick in, man. You know, and that's another perfect sign of brotherhood. You know, where a lot of people, Christian, when you look at your Christian pastor, your religious organizations, they gain rich off the poor. You know what I'm saying? They get rich off of their brothers and sisters. In the Israelite school, UPK, we lose a lot for our brothers and sisters. We lose wives, we lose money, we lose sleep, we lose a lot of things that people in the world have privilege to, all your little freedoms. We give that up. Why? Because we love our brothers and sisters truly. You see, when times get rough, we can't just go sell crack. When we into it with our wives, we can't just go sleep with some prostitute like your Christian pastor. That's what he's doing. Like, they've been exposed over and over again to doing this. We have to fight our flesh. We're not allowed to go out and do the evil things that is known widely amongst our community. Us as Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, here in the ISUPK, we learn how to change our lives. We learned how to be brothers. And that's what we're going to touch on today, because you're looking at the world in its state today. You're looking at Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. The number one thing we are missing is brotherhood. We don't know how to be brothers. We don't know how to be sisters. You see it every day. You see gang members still killing each other in 2023. About to be 2024. Like, we still got gang members, brothers and sisters, killing each other over blocks. You know what I'm saying? Killing, robbing each other, defiling one another, because we lack brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? You got Blacks and Latinos, what you see going on with this immigration problem, from New York down to Chicago, down to the West Coast, down to Texas. All these cities that are bringing in these so-called immigrants. You see a lot of hatred coming down for these Latino brothers and sisters, not only by our Black brothers and sisters, but our fellow Hispanic brothers and sisters. They're looking at, which is crazy, is I'd be sitting there listening. I'm like, are you smoking crack? Like, you one of them too, right? But because they think they've been here longer, or they got the oppressor's, green card or his legalization, they think they better than that brother and sister, man. You think you better than the brothers and sisters that are coming over here with nothing. And because of that, you are evil. You're disgusting. You're not better than them. Those brothers and sisters that are starving right now, that are sitting in the cold, are better men and women than you will ever be. Because they don't think the way you do. They came here to try to get themselves a better life and to try to escape the hellhole that America has made their country. And you want to turn your back on them and look at them like they the problem, when you should be looking at your oppressor as the problem. And these people as people that need to be helped. Because that's the truth of the reality. Commander Johanna just sent a bunch of brothers out to New York City to go help the so-called immigrants in New York City. Because there was such a wide abundance of them sent to New York. Because, of course, New York is always a city that has always been open to immigration. I mean, they let the Italians in, the Irish, the Jews. Like, Who didn't y'all let it? The least you could do is let a couple Latinos in. You know they're gonna fix your cars. You know they're gonna fix your radiators. You know they're gonna fix your roofs and build your houses. The least you can do is let these brothers and sisters in. And while we was down there, the brothers and sisters were so grateful, hugging, praising all the brothers and sisters that was down there to help, man. And it's such a glorious thing because while so many people talk, so many people love to say what we need to do about problems, what we need to do about the homeless, what we need to do about this migrant situation. But where were you when it was time to feed the homeless? Where was you when it was time to help these migrant brothers and sisters? You were sitting at home in your little house with your feet kicked up, with the AC blowing, knowing it's 30 degrees outside. You don't care. You got the AC blowing because it makes you feel good, covered in blankets while they out there freezing. They can't turn no AC on. They got no heater. They out there freezing to death on land that's been stolen from them, man. Because Latinos are natives just like the Native Americans. And you looking at them like they're illegal in this part of their land, man. Like, that's what you don't realize. And America has made you feel this type of way because it taught you to hate one another. Like, why do you think there's been such a pit against light-skinned and dark-skinned black people? Why do you think it's been always pitted by this brother from the west, from the east side, from the south side? Like, it's the same story no matter where you go, because we've always been pitted against each other so that we can never join together. You got that scripture if you could, brother? Go ahead, pull it if you don't mind.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 20.
Go ahead.
If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
He's a what?
He is a liar.
Now, if a brother say, man, I love God, but then turns around and performs an act of hatred towards his brother. Like, let's say, like we was just giving an instance, so many Christians, they go all day Sunday, give all their tithe money, get their check, sitting up there praising Jesus, crying their eyes out, falling out in churches on y'all seen it 1,000 times. Y'all know I'm not making this up. But they'll go to church and do all that singing and hollering, do the best act and crying and falling out. But then when they get back to the streets after leaving church that Sunday, they're going to go and sell drugs. They're going to go sleep with another man's wife. They're going to go do them and commit home invasions on another black and Hispanic man. They're going to kill another black and Hispanic man because he's claiming a different game. Like, this is the things that happens in your life where you claiming to be a follower of God. How can you say you love God, but you hate your brother? Especially when you see what Christ did. Like, Christ sacrificed himself for the nation of Israel. He sacrificed himself so we can learn, as the selfish beings we are, how to love each other once again. And when you realize that, how can you continue to hate another black, Hispanic, and Native American man? Like, an innocent man had to die so you can learn how to love one another. A man that had no sin in him, that never did nothing wrong. And he could just live his life in peace. But he died at the age of 33. But around the age line of 33, never gave an exact year number. I don't want to get mixed up because people right now with Christmas and everything. I ain't trying to get involved in that. But the innocent man was put to death at a decently young age, for no reason. Was put to death innocently, an innocent man, for us, for you to not hate another black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. But the Christian church don't teach you that. The Christian church teaches you, as long as you come to church, as long as you pay your tithe money, as long as you do your singing and your hollering, you don't have to worry about what you do outside the church doors. And that's the truth.
That's true.
Go ahead, brother, if you could.
For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love God, whom he hath not seen?
This is one of my favorite scriptures where he said, the Lord said, if you love me, right, you don't see the Lord. Of course, we read the scriptures, we read everything else. It gives us details about what the Lord is like and his love and everything else, right? But you don't see God. No man has seen God. You know what I'm saying? Like, we on earth right now, we haven't seen the Lord and all his glory and everything. You know what I'm saying? But you see another black and Hispanic man, Native American man every day. Every time you wake up, every time you go to the grocery store, every time you You know what I'm saying? Every time you go to your old neighborhood that you don't want to go to anymore, you see niggas fixing wetbacks and savages. Excuse my language. And you just fill yourself with hatred. Every time you go to the police districts here in Chicago, guess what you see? Venezuelans, El Salvadorians, Hispanics out there, which are your brothers and sisters, and you're full of hatred for them. Why? Because your oppressor told you to hate them. Because he filled you with so much propaganda and so much lies that they're here to take your jobs and your money and do this and X, Y, Z. When they're here to try to live, they're here to try to survive. The same way you're trying to survive here, they're trying to live. Because America is giving them no choice by damn near exterminating their whole country. Now they're reaping the consequences of their own actions and dealing with a wide migration problem. Now they want to look at the Latino brothers and sisters like it's their problem. And it's not their fault. You get what I'm saying? Like you need strong and mighty men. Like the brothers in the Maccabees, which the Feast of Dedication is whole memorial for. You go read, now that's why we got our candles lit right here. We ain't for no what you think the Jewish man's Hanukkah. This is the true Feast of Dedication. This is Hanukkah in the Hebrew, and the true high holy day of the Lord, the true memorial of Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, your history and your origin, which is in the Bible. You need brothers like that, like the brothers in the Maccabees. Brothers in the Maccabees were strong, mighty men that stood for their nation and their people. Like that's what that's who you need nowadays. Us here in America, we become so crippled and weak because we want to be joined to America. But here's the thing we don't like. We still haven't understand after so many years is on. America don't want you to join with it. You get what I'm saying? Like how much does America got to show you they don't love you? Like they deport you number one before anyone else. The East Indians, there was something I never knew. The East Indians are the number one most illegal immigrant to come to this country every year. But for some reason, it's always the Hispanics that are the number one deported. You know what I'm saying? It's East Indians, Europeans, and then Hispanics. But every time they want to talk about news, about deportation or migration issues, they want to talk about the Hispanic brothers and sisters. Go ahead, brother.
So, I wonder if I could. The reason they treat Hispanics so bad is that the East Indians, they have a country to go back to.
That's the point.
They have a military.
That's the point.
They have land that they can call their own. The Europeans that come over here, they have not only these so-called Europeans that are here right now, but those are like ancestors to them, so they're going to invite them in regardless. But still, over there in Europe, they have their own land. They have their own military might.
Damn right.
Hispanics, if you think about it, Puerto Rico, Cuba, they're all in subjection to someone. So we really don't own our own lands.
Damn right.
So they don't respect you.
Damn right.
So that's basically what it comes down to. So, you know, by our people being here in the United States and being Western civilized in their mentality,
right?
They don't see their own flesh and blood. They see somebody who's gonna come over here and try to like take things the same way the Europeans think. They think they're gonna take jobs. Yeah, they're gonna take jobs, but they need it.
Right.
But you know, if they're coming from a bad, impoverished state to come to the Americas to do something better, hey, how about you don't put them down? How about you try to help them out and get them right somehow, some way? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a Hispanic politician or something like that, make sure you're doing something that forces the government's hand to do something right for them. If you could, because you know this is their kingdom, and you know they're always against them. So hopefully, you know, some of these migrants who came over here and trying to do some good, they can at least get them off the street for the time being. You know, because it's got to be horrible being in New York, Chicago, Minnesota, Indiana, knowing that this time of year is gonna be real cold, and all we can do is feel bad for them because all they did was try to come over here for a better lifestyle, and they want to leave. They want to go back to something that was worse, just to avoid this crap.
That's the point. Like what Officer Zun is bringing out so heavy. We like what he's saying is like this. And it's a heavy point that people need to realize. The reason you hate Hispanics that are coming over here, so-called illegally, is the same reason you hate that black man you see every day in your neighborhood. It's the same reason you hate that Mexican brother every day in your neighborhood. No matter where you're from, it's the same reason why the brothers in Little Village and Cicero, whenever they see a black brother in their neighborhood, they scream at GD, GD. You know what I'm saying? Like when the brothers in Humble Park, when they see another Hispanic that ain't flying their colors, already gangbanging on them. Because we've learned to hate each other. We've been taught and manipulated. Like he said, we've been indoctrinated with the Western mindset. And the Western mindset is to hate everything black and brown. Like ever since you've been raised up to love a white image of God. So you're not going to hate the people that invaded all of South and Central America. You're not going to hate them. You're going to hate the people of South and Central America. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to hate the people that put black people in slavery. No, you're going to hate black people. You're going to say it's our fault. We weren't civilized till these people came over here and taught us what we know now, like a dumb, ignorant slave. When we were people of civilized culture, they didn't know how to wash. I don't put this. They didn't know how to clean themselves. I'm trying to be better. But these people were disgusting, filthy animals before they met us. Like they didn't even they thought the oils and everything we wore, the soaps, they thought the fact that we bathed regularly meant we was witches. Like, you can't make this up, brother. Like they sat there and they saw us bathing regularly every other day. And it was like, these cats, man, these guys are demonic. They're devils. They're sitting in potions and everything. Go ahead.
So like this comes from the same group of people who used to drink liquor and wine out of skulls, right?
Right. Damn right, brother. You drink
and
blood.
they were civilized, right?
Right. Blood out of skulls. They were sitting up in the Caucasus Mountains, having sex with their brothers and sisters, drinking blood out of skulls, just defecating everywhere in the damn cave. Then they finally come out, start conquering the earth, and then call you a savage. Because they rewritten history to make them look like the good guys. And you see it every day. People are starting to wake up. The America ain't the nice guy they play themselves to be. Like they dropped 2 nuclear bombs on a country just because they didn't want to fight anymore. They killed like thousands of innocent people, children and babies, because they didn't want to keep fighting a war that they got themselves involved in. Like they were shipping war, like same thing they doing right now in the Ukraine that's about to lead them into World War III. It was the same thing they was doing in World War II. Everyone was telling them, don't send guns and ammunition into Europe. Like that's your allies and everything. We get it, but don't do that. You're gonna be thrown into a world war. Then guess what? They got their ships attacked down there. I think the memorial just passed. It was like December 7th, Pearl Harbor. And then suddenly now they want to be all up in arms when they had to go to war. It's gonna be the same thing with the Ukraine, what you see going on right now. These are all stages being set up because America's veil of being the good guy, Mr. Nice Guy, is being thrown off. And you're about to see America is really the villain and everything. They always want to play like they're Mr. Superman and they're all great and almighty, when in reality, they're the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. These powers that be over blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, they hate you as a people, man. And they're the ones who taught you how to hate one another when they should have taught you how to love. But they're never going to be able to do that. The only ones that are only going to be able to do that are the true followers of God, not those that are getting those paychecks at the Christian church. They're getting paid to teach you how to hate your brothers and sisters. Only those that can show you and demonstrate love. Because like we were just saying, people can talk all day. They're going to tell you all day when you go to church, turn you to neighbor and say, blessing and peace is going to come upon you. Or if they don't feel that type of way, man, and they go and rob you later that day, guess what? They don't mean that prayer. You know what I'm saying? Like if they going to get an abortion, after they sitting up there praising Jesus all day, do they really love God? No. You know what I'm saying? If they sitting there praising Jesus and then go sell crack cocaine, do they really love God? Like this is what we don't understand in blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because we live in a lawless land, we haven't been able to think that God has laws, that God has a way of us to live. Because we're so used to going against authority. You know, a lot of us grew up without fathers in the household, or if he was there, he was barely there. Right? Our mothers did their best to keep him away from us. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of brothers and sisters grew up not respecting authority, you know, and then, which is understandable because then you look at the authority that's over you in America, they ain't just at all. They shooting you in the back every day over a damn seatbelt checks. How could you respect a man like that? But then when it comes to you finally honoring and trying to love God, because you've been so used going against authority, you think there's no way of a God having any authority. He's just gonna be like your mama and your moms and your abuela. She is gonna love you all day and give you hugs and kisses, and that's God for you. He'll love you no matter how much crack you smoke. He'll love you no matter how many abortions you've had, no matter how many rods you put in your mouth at a man or woman. He is gonna love you no matter what. When that's not the truth. And guess what? You put too many rods in your mouth, you're gonna get an STD. You know what I'm saying? You abort too many goddamn babies, guess what? Your womb's gonna become barren. You know what I'm saying? You becoming a person of an alternative lifestyle. Guess what? You're gonna catch AIDS or HIV. You're gonna rob the wrong brother. Guess what? He's gonna spin the block and unload on you. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is the consequences that the Lord has put in if you don't respect His authority. You have something you want to add, Azan?
Sure.
Go ahead.
It comes down to how our ancient ancestors used to be. We used to be one. If one was doing good, we were all doing good. Kind of like how you say, like, if we lived off the land, guess what? We did it together. It's like it takes a community. And a lot of times right now, even though we're a modern society, we still have to keep them same precedents amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? We gotta understand. If you're Hispanic, if you're Black, if you're a Native, you've been in the worst predicaments.
Right.
Europeans never been in the worst predicaments. How can they feel bad for you? Never, because they don't even know how it is to be at the bottom. They'll go crazy if they're at the bottom.
Damn right.
We always find a way and a how in order to get through things. And while we're already at the bottom of the bucket, stick together. There's no reason why we should be going against each other. We're already at the bottom. All you're gonna do is hurt your brother or kill your brother or unalive your brother or, abort babies and stuff. And guess what? While we get diminished, they rise more. So what we need to do is stop doing the garbage that we're doing and actually do something that's positive and bring each other together somehow, some way. I know it sounds like some hard thing to do, but it's not hard to just be good to somebody else.
Damn right.
Especially of your own race and culture,
You're damn right. Like, you see it all the time. The Italians do it. They know how to love each other. The Arabs and the East Indians do it. They know how to love each other. You see the Palestinians. You know what I saw today? I was driving by a Palestinian store near my neighborhood. It was like a meat shop. They said they're famous for selling lamb. They said they were closed because it was a national Gaza strike day. They said, we're standing with every Palestinian and we're closed for this day in protest. And this is something they decided to do as a community. You know what I'm saying? But we went the same way when they outcasted Colin Kaepernick. Black people were ready to lynch Colin Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? When he started sitting down because of black people getting gunned down by the police, they told him to shut up and play ball. You know what I'm saying? No one's trying to sit down or speak up against for the migrants that are being mistreated in these police stations and are being casted aside when America is the reason for all the downfall of their societies and countries. And it's not the fact we're playing the blame game, because I know there's going to be a lot of devils out there. And a lot of you brainwashed Blacks and Hispanics are going to say that we're playing the blame game and whatsoever. We're not playing no blame game. We're holding people accountable. This is what it's called, accountability. You went here and you slaughtered Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans for 500 years. We go over it damn near all the time. We go look at our classes. That's all we talk about, because we hold people accountable in here. If I did something wrong, guess what? I'm being held accountable. If I get up right now and slap Azania, I'm being held accountable for that. If he gets up right now and punches me in the face, he's gonna be held accountable for that. So if we're gonna be held accountable for our actions, how are we as a society, as a country, as a nation, us as Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, not gonna hold America as a nation accountable? But they want to hold everyone else accountable. They wanted to hold the Nazis in Germany accountable for what they was doing in the Holocaust. They went up and they did something about that. They feel like they need to do something right now, and we're rushing to Ukraine. So they send them guns and funds and everything over there. Do we not have a right to hold America accountable for all the murder, slaughtering, and pillaging that's done to us as a people? Of course, you'll say no because you don't love blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans like we love each other. We love each other. Us and Isupk, we're the only ones that truly love blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Why? We don't just speak on it, we perform it. When people need food and shelter and help, we provide it. You know what I'm saying? When they need counseling and help off drugs, we provide it. You know what I'm saying? When brothers just need someone to talk to, we provide it. And we're living proof of it. When a brother ain't got $5 to his name, if I got $2, he got my last $2. You know what I'm saying? But you don't understand that because in the society you live in here today has trained you how to hate one another. Give me the book of Hosea 4:6, brother, if you don't mind. Another one of my favorite scriptures, because like we were just going into, America has trained you to hate one another. America has trained you to not want to be coincide with blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And it's so prevalent today in today's time because we have to learn to be a military. We have to learn to stand for one another because no one else is going to be able to stand for us. You know what I'm saying? We want God to come fight for us. And for that to happen, we got to be able to learn how to serve the Lord. But one of the things when it comes to serve the Lord is learning how to love your brother. That's the second great commandment. Ain't that what Christ said? First one is love thy God, thy Father in heaven, as you love yourself. You know, love him with all thy mind, heart, and soul. I'm paraphrasing. And then love your brother as you love yourself. He said that's the second greatest commandment. So black, Latino, Native American, who's your brother? Because it's obviously, apparently, it ain't that black man that growing up in the same neighborhood as you. Because he's claiming BD and you claiming the GD, or you claiming Blackstone, because he's from 79 and you 87. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's nonsense. You from the same side of the city, a block apart, and that one block is the reason you'll put 30 in. Like, it's insane. But when a white cop comes into your neighborhood and starts abusing your brothers and your sisters and abusing your mother, you ain't gonna put no bullet in. Right. If the Klan started riding through your neighborhood and just started gunning people down, you would hesitate. You'd be terrified to pull the trigger on him. Why? Because he's a Caucasian. But you don't hesitate when it's another brother in your complexion, when another black man in the struggle, another Hispanic man in the struggle, a native in the struggle. You got no love, man. You got no mercy. You got no sympathy. Go ahead, brother. You had to say something. You had something you want to say if you could?
Got out of count.
Go ahead, brother.
Just like you were saying so heavy, it's like when we're in these neighborhoods, yeah, we're divided. Mm-hmm. And we're either going to end up in jail or unalived. And then all that's going to happen is our community's going to get smaller and smaller. Mm-hmm. And the Europeans are going to come in, or the Chinese, or the Arabs are going to come in, and they're going to take over that neighborhood like you never existed there. We can't be doing this stuff in order to get ahead, we got to stop doing these things towards each other. So that way we can actually build up our own communities. We can't continue to hurt each other, oppress each other, because either we're going to end up unalived or in jail. Mm-hmm. Either way, it's not an advantage to us as a people.
Yeah, I'm right. Now what the brother bringing out so heavy. This is the best way I can say it. If we don't want, like, how are you gonna take out soldiers of your own military? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I'm bringing out so heavy because we learn to hate each other through America's programming, through its industry, through the history it's taught us. And because of that, we're destroying our own people. We're destroying our own selves. Like, can you imagine you as a person, like you just knowingly destroying your body? Like, you just imagine every day, just without a thought, cutting your hand off, cutting your finger off. You'd say, no, this man is insane. Put him in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? He's cutting his body parts off that he needs to function. Pretty soon, he won't have anything else to cut because his arms are gone. His hands are gone. His feet are gone. His tongue's gone. He can't speak, eat, or nothing. But when it comes to blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we kill innocent brothers and sisters every day that could have went and been a doctor. could have went and been the one to cure cancer, could have been the one that went out there and saved the ghetto, saved the barrio. But because we want to be in war and hate one another, not learn how to love one another, because our oppressor, and I can't say it enough, your oppressor, the colonizer, they taught you how to hate one another. When Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we have to unlearn that way of thinking and learn how to love one another. Because like the brother was bringing up, no one's going to be able to love us like us. No one's got you like you got you. Like everybody loves to say, I got my blood brother. This my ride or die. But then when it's down and when it comes to picking between him or something that benefits you, you ready to throw him under the bus. You think his girl more fine than yours? You gonna sleep with his girl. You think he got more money than you? You gonna backdoor him. Am I right or wrong, son? You've been around that type of lifestyle before. You've seen it firsthand. Any brother or sister that been around and been alive long enough, you've seen it. Am I right or wrong?
I seen plenty. I seen brothers who were, you know what I'm saying, who had kids, and once their kids turn about 14, 15, you see these guys trying to court them in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
It's disgusting, because I say, like, that's the disgustingness in our communities.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing we just don't have the respect for our own kinfolk, that without that respect or that discipline between each other, we're going down a slippery slope. And that's heavy to say, because everybody's just like, oh, that's just modern day society. How about you try to respect the next person in the way you would want to be respected? And maybe your community could be a little bit more stronger as togetherness, like everybody could be together. I'm not saying like this kumbaya stuff. I'm just saying try to do right by the people around you, because if not, somebody's going to come in there and move you out. You know what I'm saying? The neighborhood I lived in, yeah, don't get it wrong, it was bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't recognize it no more.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I don't recognize it no more, because none of the people I know who are there, the Hispanics and Blacks, they're not there no more.
Mm-hmm.
They got moved out because guess what? They either got unalive, they went to jail, they got pushed away because they can't afford it. So either way, it's like we can never have something that's ours because we don't even know how to conduct ourselves when we do have something that's ours.
That's the point, man. What you saying is so heavy, brother. Zanya Allah, man, is a brother. His people on the west side are a victim of what a lot of other brothers is facing right now, which is gentrification. You've seen it in Humboldt Park. You've seen it in Hyde Park. You've seen it on the east side. Like, you just see it as a mass exodus. They kicked Black and Hispanic people to the inner cities where nobody wanted to live. Now they're taking over the inner cities, building multi-$1,000 apartments, charging you $5,000 rent, and looking while Black and Hispanic people are resorting to crime, resorting to robberies, resorting to moving towards the suburbs. Oh, they hated that more than anything. They said, why are these Blacks and Hispanics coming near me? Because there's nowhere left to live. Where more do you want them to go? You know what I'm saying? After you destroy, like Azam was saying, we don't know how to conduct ourselves, and they're forcing us out. Like, for us to be able to fight against that pushback, we had to stand together as one. Like, can you imagine Black and Hispanic people and Native American people didn't allow those type of people to move in their neighborhood, just like they did to us? But no, anytime there's a Caucasian dude that grew up in the hood of the bar, everybody wants to accept him. Everybody want to be cool with him because why? He's the one white guy that grew up amongst all the Black people, or grew up all around the Hispanics, and he's milkweed, and he's Miklo, and he's this and that. But man, he ain't nothing but a devil, just like his ancestors before him. I don't care how many drugs he sold. I don't care what gang he a part of. I don't care what he talks like, what he looks like. He's a devil just like the rest of them. And that's what you got to come to the realization. And that Puerto Rican man you see on the other side, all over on the west side, that's your brother. The Mexicans you see out there on Cermak and 24th, that's your brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see like the Ambrose, the SDs, those your brothers. The GDs, the BDs, them your brothers. But you gonna let some niggas that was long and gone way before you decide who your brother and sister.
So like I want to tell you what you're just saying. And it's like in the neighborhoods that I grew up in, yeah, we all used to hang out. We all used to be either on each other's porches, in front of the houses, on corners and all that stuff, walking around, whatever. If it was good, if it was good. If it was bad, it was bad. But the thing is, we knew everybody, and it was a community. You see the oppressor, and we used to get stopped by the police a lot. And we used to get stopped by the police a lot. I mean, harshly. But now I see that a specific group of people, of Caucasians, that are living in those neighborhoods, they could walk around 15 deep.
Hell yeah.
Oh, look at them. They're just having fun.
Mm-hmm.
But when we was 7 deep, it was frowned upon, or they're up to no good, and we were stereotyped real in a ugly way, you know. But when I see them, I don't see no good coming out of them.
Right.
What, just because you dress different? Nah, I see you guys acting a fool too.
Right.
I see you jumping on stuff, acting a fool, probably got more drugs than we ever had on us.
Facts.
But guess what? They're not gonna get stopped. They're not gonna get frisked. They're not gonna get oppressed.
Probable cause.
Yeah, mob action. You know.
Right, mob action. Who can forget that one?
We would get stopped just hanging out. Don't even gotta be doing nothing. You could be on a basketball court just hanging out, and they'll just pull up. Hey, everybody get on the fence.
Right.
But I see these people over there now in the same neighborhood I grew up in. I'm just like, if we was to do that back in the day, we was on the fence or we was on a car. Oh, you know what I'm saying? That just shows that is it a double standard, you say?
Yes, sir.
It's a double standard, you know what I'm saying? It's what's
a
good for them.
privilege.
It's a privilege to be them. It's a
curse to be us.
It's a curse to be us. And that's exactly how I feel, because when I drive through there, that's what I see. And that's what I witnessed with my own eyes. And it's horrible to see, because we had to go through the rough stuff and get stereotyped and slammed on cars and put on hoods or something like that, or get roughed up.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys are doing the same things. Probably got more drugs on them than anything. But they get those are some nice guys. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because of their skin? That's not cool.
If I could have done what you're saying, so you want to know what the worst part is our people give them a pass.
Right.
When they see them walking 7 to 10 deep, walking in a black and Hispanic neighborhood, they get them a warning. They say, y'all get from here, man. Y'all not supposed to be out here, But if it's some Hispanics walking down 79, man, it's on. Ain't no, man, you shouldn't be here, none of that. Man, it's, hey, you get from here or we're going to come like this up. You know what I'm saying? There's some black brothers walking down 26th Street. Hey, man, y'all better go. We about to set this up. If it ain't shooting at them already. You know what I'm saying? Like, we give these people a pass. But when it was back in their neighborhoods, their towns, they wasn't giving you no pass. They were shooting on you all the time. I'm not saying to go out there and shoot white people. Let me make that clear. So people going to look at me and be like, you see, the ISUPK is telling you to go out there and shoot white people. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying you got to look at what, like Azan just said, when it comes to blacks and Hispanics being deteriorated, being looked at as some burden, is the same way you got to look at these people and not view yourselves at them. And we're going to show you why. You could pull that scripture for me, brother.
Here's the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because thou what?
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because we have rejected knowledge. We rejected knowledge. We rejected the love we supposed to have for one another, and rather chose love for the Chinese, chose love for the East Indians, chose love for the Africans, chose love for everyone that isn't us, that isn't that black or brown man living in the ghetto or barrio with you. We choose to love everyone else except ourselves. We haven't chosen knowledge. Now, even like animals in the wilderness love themselves. Even bears mess with bears. Even tigers sleep with tigers. But when it comes to us, we don't want to lay down with blacks and Hispanics. We want to go chill with Tom and Becky. You know what I'm saying?
Kim Woo
and them. You know, the damn Hindus that hate your damn guts and getting rich off you every day. Them the ones you want to kick it with. But they can't stand you. Keep going, brother.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Because what?
I will also reject thee.
Because you rejected the basic knowledge, the knowledge of the Lord, which is for you to love your brothers and sisters. And for you to love your brothers and sisters, it's basic, it's plain as simple as day. How can you, as a Black, Hispanic, and Native American growing up in your neighborhood, seeing another Black and Hispanic struggling and striving with you, how can you look at them and be like, you know what, man? He going through what I'm going through. Maybe I shouldn't treat him as bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you a victim, he a victim. Maybe you shouldn't victimize him. You get what I'm saying? But we don't see that. We see another Black or Hispanic man or Native American man as our problem. Like, because he's struggling with me, he's my enemy. Because he's in here, he's trying to get over me. Or I am trying to get over him. And for me to get over him, I got to take him out. You know what I'm saying? And this is the way of life your oppressors taught you. When Azan, he's teaching you the way of the Lord. What he just say is so heavy. It takes a village. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to build a nation. It takes a village to learn how to love one another. Like, if the village ain't got each other, what do you think is going to happen to the neighborhood? Like, there used to be a time where people in the neighborhood used to look out for one another. Now, everybody don't know. Nobody, no one gives a damn about nothing. Like, they don't even talk to each other. Like, it's horrible. Go ahead, man.
It's heavy what you were saying, because growing up, you know, it's like even your neighbor, if they were, everybody, say, put it like this, in my neighborhood, everybody knew me, my brother, my family, and all that stuff, and we knew everybody else's family. So if I did something, guess what? They will grab me by the shirt and take me all the way back to my house. And look what he did.
Right.
Such.
Right.
Put your hands in the house, I'm fuck your head. You know, I mean, beat your, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. It's like, it was a community. If they knew they did something wrong, they will bring it straight to the parents' doorstep and be like, hey, look, I stopped him before he's messed himself up even more, or did something that was out of line or something like that. But that's what we need to do. That's called righteous judgment. Before I see you doing something that you're gonna do wrong, me as an adult, and I know your family, I'm not gonna let you shame them. I'm gonna grab you, and I need you to go over here. And the parents have to understand. It's because nowadays it's like parents, oh, don't grab my kid, don't do this.
Don't put your hands on my kid.
Don't put your hand. Everybody should be putting their hands on your kids, because your kid is a damn gremlin.
Because you don't do it.
Because you don't do it. Exactly. You see no flaw in anything they do, because everything they do is behind your back.
Mm-hmm.
You acting like your kid is such a saint that he can't do no wrong. Everybody else see the weakness in this kid. That's why I'm saying, like, back in the day, guess what? They will grab you, bring you back home. This. Tell them don't be doing this no more, because now you're gonna get hurt. We're gonna hurt somebody else. Do this and that. Okay, get us out of the house. Then you got your behind whooped in the house, and you learn something. You learn
it takes a village.
It takes a village.
Come on, man.
To get correction for everybody. Everybody has to be involved for everybody. It's not like somebody just pinpointing you as a parent. But if your kid is gonna do something, because he's gonna do something, he or she is gonna do something without you around. It could be your son, it could be your daughter. They're gonna try to be sneaky when they're away from you. It's up to you to have confidence that the people around you in your neighborhood is gonna be like, look, I bring your daughter because guess what? She was wearing so and so, you know what I'm saying? And she don't need to be outside looking like this with a halter top. She's only 13 years old.
Yeah,
guys are looking at her in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying?
And if I could, man, what Azan is bringing out so heavy, we still do it in the UBK.
Right.
If Azan sees one of my children running around here doing some ignorant, he gonna grab it. And he gonna come bring them to me. I'm gonna tell him the water. I appreciate you. I'm like, you heard what your uncle said, right? I'm like, you think he gonna look at me like you gonna let him talk to me? Like, I'm like, yes. That's my brother. That's my blood brother. He can tell you that because he knows I would tell you that. Right? You know what I'm saying? And same with Azan. If I see his son running around here acting a damn fool, I'm gonna grab him by his shirt collar, drag him in like a puppy dog, and bring him right to Azan's front door and be like, this little ignorant son of a gun, I'm about to put my foot up him. You better take him in because he was doing X, Y, Z, figure it out. And that's brotherhood, that's love. But we don't have that for each other anymore because we don't know what brotherhood is. We don't know what love is. Like we lost ourselves, we lost our identity by trying to please a man that has hated us. Right. Now you want to please him so bad, you want to love Donald Trump and Joe Biden so bad, and look what you're doing. You're ostracizing your brothers and sisters from Venezuela, El Salvador, that has been through the same struggles you've been through, that lived off government assistance, that's starved and in need of food and help, and you throw them to the side. Why? For the love of your oppressor. Something to say?
Sir.
Go ahead, brother.
Just we have to think that this is how our thinking got to change. It's not like we're shaming anybody as a parent or their kinfolk or their community is not shaming you as an individual parent. It's just we know that if your kid is out there, they're doing something wrong. Allow us to be like, look, your son is out here bad, your daughter's out here bad. They ain't gonna do this around you, but this is what they on right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We just bring it to your attention. We're not trying to shame you in a way where we're putting your parenting down. We're trying to bring it to your attention, be like, hey, look, they're trying to be sneaky with this.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing bad with us just bringing it to your attention because how they act in front of you is not how they act away from you. So when something's brought to your attention, understand that we're not trying to belittle your parenting. We're just trying to bring it to your awareness that he's not the same person or she's not the same person when they're away from you.
Hey, well, Zon's saying it so heavy because that's the problem with us as blacks and Hispanics now. And don't get me wrong, I understand that some people take things too far. Some people aren't looking for the best interests of your kid. They want to get your guard down so they can get along with them. That's why you need righteous leadership back in place so you can weed these people out. But here in the ISUPK, we got righteous leadership. We got men over men to ensure things are being done properly. So guess what? We see your son in the street. We come to you like, we're not coming for no BS. We're here to let you know your son was out here acting a fool, like Azam was saying. They'll come to you, act all nice, and may probably get A's and B's. Right. I see how many daughters, like how many like sisters I knew in the world that was coming home as straight A students, but being the biggest sluts in the streets. Right. You think because she got good grades, she's just a good girl. She never touching weed. She never doing any type of drugs, no more. She getting trained around. Right. But as long as she bring the grades back, that's all you care about.
It's like it's not only going for kids, it's going for like, you know what I'm saying? Like if a brother has a rib and stuff in the neighborhood and stuff, and if she's out there getting the wrong type of attention, you know what I'm saying? And she's engaged in it, or she's being a willing participant around it, or she's making her while her husband's working, she's making herself look bad. That has to be brought to attention too. Hey, look, that's when you got to bring shame to a person. Like, hey, look, she's trying to make you look bad out there. Okay. I don't know what you're going to do on your behalf. This, instead of being the type of person who's like, oh, look, she's shaming herself. Oh, her husband at work. Oh, I'm going to mess with this man's wife.
Or I'm a clown for it.
Or I'm a clown for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, understand that man don't know what's going on with his wife. She's over there doing stuff that she's really not supposed to be doing because because she's getting attention, she want to act a fool, or she wants to go ahead and make her husband look like he don't got control over that relationship. Okay, if you want to be that way, let that man know and let him deal with it however he want to deal with it. But allow that man to know. Because guess what? He might be like, look, you know what I'm saying? Take your distance, and whatever you want to do, that's up to you. And if you want to leave me, that's on you. I'm never gonna tell you to leave, but if you want to leave, go do what you're gonna do. But don't embarrass me out here.
Damn right, man.
And that's brother and sisterhood because at the max, because you need that. You need to hold other brothers need to hold other brothers, women accountable for their action. Because if you have kids with them, guess what? Their kids are gonna end up acting like that too because the mothers are like them.
Damn right. Come on, Lazan. And brother Zanyala, man, gonna be a powerful priest, brother. He already demonstrated what it is, especially what the brother has experienced, like so many other brothers. It was so important for all Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans to do what he's doing right now. What so many of us has done. To come into the priesthood lifestyle. To come into the lifestyle and be a different man. You see, when you in the Christian church, they'll talk all this about being different and being born anew. But really, they just dump you in some nasty water and then molest your child afterwards. And then ask for half your bank account, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? You die sad and lonely, and that's about it. But up in here, we teach you how to be a man. We teach you how to be a woman. And a lot of women don't like that. They be like, how you as a man going to teach me how to be a woman? Well, guess what? You was made to serve a man. I hate to tell women that, but it's just the truth. It's biblical. You was made to be a man's helpmate. So how are you gonna know to serve a man when you don't know what it is to be a man? I cut them then. They over here, they don't know what it means to be a woman. You're right. I don't know what it means to be a woman. I don't gotta know what it gotta mean. I know I know what I want you to do to serve me. You know what I'm saying?
Like that's exactly what you brought up. It's like a woman can't say that, you know, we don't know how it is to raise a woman, because guess what? We know how you should conduct yourself, so that way you don't shame yourself, not only for your parents, for yourself, and for your future husband. That's what we're trying to prevent. We're trying to prevent you from being put on the spotlight, and you start doing some recklessness, some what is it, a sexy red type woman, some how you say, what's that girl's name?
Which one?
Kiki Palmer type
There's
stuff.
so many of them.
Yeah,
there's so many of them.
It's like if somebody don't tell you how to conduct yourself, you're gonna go out here and just do whatever you damn well feel, and you can't do that, because guess what? You got a family who you're representing. You have a father you represent, a mother. Now, if they don't care, guess what? Now it's your community's a problem. It's your brother who's a Black, Hispanic, and Native to be like, hey, look, I think you need to go ahead and, you know, at least put a sweater on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cover that belly button.
Right.
Put that square down.
Get a bigger pair of pants. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like everything don't always gotta be skin tight. You know.
Yeah, I'm right.
But you know what I'm saying? We know what the next man is gonna look for. We just don't want you to be shamed by the time you get to that man.
Yeah, I'm right. If you could, brother, grab me the book of Matthew 25 and 40.
Okay.
Our brother John brought out very heavy, and what we're showing you today is something very heavy you should take notes on and you should think about. Here in the Isupk, we teach Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans how to love one another and put each other first. Because we're always taught to put ourselves in the back corner. Like Azan was saying, us just looking out for each other's children, looking out for one another, you know what I mean, is something that we don't even do anymore. But it's such a basic function that we've lost in our lives. That we lost, like things that we used to take in pride in, like women, like even back in the 90s and 80s, and back me up on this one, Azan, there was women out there that was whores. But they weren't celebrated or put on the forefront like they are today. Now it's damn near like every woman wants to be that. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, I remember like if a woman wore like just biker shorts, she was considered a slut. Now they wear biker shorts, no one cares. You know what I mean? Now they out here with the whole breastises out, the breastises, all of them just out. It's just out and about, and no one thinks or sheds a tear or anything. But that's because we lost our ways. We like every year we're de-evolving as Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're de-evolving as humans. Every day we live on this earth because we're learning to live from a man that isn't a human. We're learning to live as like, that's why you see so many men being weak. Like we don't know, like brothers don't know how to be men and stand strong anymore. Like the men in the Bible, like the brothers in the Maccabees. Like them brothers chose death. Like when you read the story of the 7 sons in the book of 2nd Maccabees, the 7th chapter, now how they were children, they was all young men from like the ages, I believe, from 21 all the way on down to like 8 or 9, choosing death to stand for the Lord's laws rather than bow down. Those were men, brothers that gathered up and took back the city for their culture, for their city, for their nation. Like that's some mighty things that our people don't know nothing about. Why? Because we became docile. We became weak because we lost that warrior spirit in us. Here in the Isupk, we let masculinity live. We let brothers learn that they're soldiers. And we let women know it's okay to be women. Right. You know, because the world wants you everything all around. They want you to be a cat, dog, you know, a man being a woman being a man. Why? Because they want you all the way confused. When the Lord made he made his way narrow and straight. It's a straight path. You got to gun it down, but it's straight, solid, and narrow, and he'll show you how to get there through this scripture, through what we're showing you here. But for you to do that, you got to learn 2 things, like we just went over. You got to learn how to love the Lord, truly. The Lord said, love is keeping his commandments. So if you're not keeping the commandments and laws of God, you don't love God. And then number 2 is love thy brother as you love yourself. Again, love is the commandments. So guess what? You can't sell your brother's drugs because it goes against the commandments. You can't sleep with your brother's wife. Guess why? It goes against the commandments. You know what I'm saying? Is like we lost, and that's what Christ died for. Like, and we're about to go into it. Christ died for us to learn how to accept one another, how to love one another. No matter what side of the city you're from, what gang you're from, we put that to the side in here. Because in here we're all Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're all Israelites, one chosen people of one nation, and we're here to get each other back on track and to save and help one another.
That's right.
Go ahead, Design. You could read it for me, bro.
This book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 40.
Go ahead.
And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
Yeah, what?
Ye have done it unto me.
See, Christ is saying right here, even those, the things that you've done unto least of my brothers and sisters, the brothers and sisters that you see out there from Venezuela and El Salvador that you see are least, are at the bottom of this society, guess what? You go and feed them and you give them a little cold sandwich, a little Subway sandwich. Guess what? The Lord, you doing that as if you did it unto Christ. You go in there, you give them some blankets, man. You're doing it as if you did it unto Christ. You go out there and you show love and brotherhood to these brothers and sisters that are below you in this earth, homeless brothers and sisters that are out there struggling. You give them your last 5, your last 10, whatever you can spare. Guess what? It's like you're doing it unto Christ. But we don't know that. Like, we don't experience this way of brotherhood. Why? Because you're taught to fill your Christian pastor's pockets with money. And what he go do? He go buy himself multi-million-dollar jets. Goes out there, buy him some new shoes, or them buy some multi-$1,000 suits. Not Command Jehana. Command Jehana dropped bans on feeding and clothing the migrants out in New York. Not only in New York, he's doing it across the country. He's helping the homeless. He's been helping the homeless since 1969. But you want to go out here and aid and love the Christian church when all they've done is robbed and pillaged you for 500 years. Like, what are we talking about? Go ahead, bro.
So like and the biggest thing about the Christian and Catholic churches is the lies.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you cannot live if a preacher or pastor or if a priest or a pastor is lying to you, you are in a bad situation. Ever since we've been in ever since I've been in Isupk, I've been learning how to do things the right way. I'm learning things properly. In the Christian and Catholic church, all they tell you to do is it'll be all right. It's not going to be all right.
It's not going to be all right.
It's not going to be all right. I mean, like, Christ never sinned, so you think he's going to put himself in a whole predicament and die for all of us, all the 12 tribes, though, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives? You think he's going to die for us just for you could live a sinful manner?
Right.
I don't believe that even adds up correctly. You know what I mean? So you could go to church and as soon as you leave, you're gonna go smoke a square, or you're gonna go to church and then you're gonna leave and go eat a pork chop sandwich, or eat some catfish, or go sleep with that other man's woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's our limitations? Where's our structure at? It seems like you guys want to be in the Christian and Catholic churches because it's a license to sin, and you don't care. But you're gonna have to answer to somebody eventually. So if you don't fix yourself now, your judgment's coming. And if you trust in that priest or pastor, you as good as unalived.
Like,
that's horrible.
Yeah, you could say, "Hey, better brother." Like, it ain't funny, but it's funny because we lost ourselves for so long to this circus that is the Christian church. You know, we can't see it today in 2020. I don't know what it's going to take for us to see it. You know what I'm saying? 500 years later, what is it going to take for us to wake up being in this hellhole? Like, they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. And that's us with the Christian church.
Right.
We think for some reason for the last 500 years, every time we keep going, it's just going to cure everything in our lives. And it just made everything worse. But you know, the one thing we haven't done, live by the way the Bible actually commanded us.
Right.
Like, we want to sit here, like he said, get high. Want to sit here and sleep with brothers' wives. Sit here and live alternative lifestyles. Why? Because America allows you to do so. But you didn't take it into account that the Lord didn't give you the acknowledgement to do so.
Right.
Drop that, brother. We're going to get the last scripture, Luke 6:31, if you could.
Okay.
Because this is what we're going into, man. This brotherhood is so necessary. Like we saying, brotherhood is a weapon. This is a weapon you're going to need in these last days, because we're about to see on this planet Earth is unprecedented days that you've never seen before in your life. You're going to see days of hunger. You're going to see days of suffering. You're going to see days of death like you've never seen before. If you don't have another Black, Hispanic, or Native American man in the trenches with you, you're gonna die out. And up in here in the ISUPK, we got nothing but brothers and sisters standing with us to stand for one another and live and die for one another in here. That's like we raising the military in here, brothers willing to stand for their nation and protect their families. And we're prepared for the last days. Are you? Is your Christian church really preparing you for what happens when you go to the store and a loaf of bread costs $20? It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? When a gallon of milk costs $15, like it's gonna happen. You know, are they preparing you for the day where 911 ain't available? Go ahead, brother.
It's like I want. That's what's so heavy about you. What you just said is like these pastors ain't setting you up for success. They're setting you up for failure. Because while you go ahead and keep investing in that church, and he got you in a sinful manner, he don't care because he's gaining his profit. That's all he's there for, is a personal gain. He ain't there for nobody in the church. He's there for himself, along with the Catholics. When you go to these churches for the Catholic masses and that, you know how much money the Catholicism actually has. They have plenty of money. You talk about that, they take that money and they bring it back to Rome, and they got a big mega church out there.
Real talk. They got it's its own nation, I believe so. The Vatican.
That's what I'm saying. It's block strong, but they can't help anybody, right? No, it's because they're only in it for themselves. It's up to them to go ahead and keep you in sin, so that way they can stay on top of this kingdom. You know, the only way to rule somebody is if you rule their spirit, and that's what these Christian and Catholic try to do. If they run your spirit and you believe in it so much, they don't care if you sin it. They out there for themselves. Now here in the ISPK, we're not in it for ourselves. We're in it for everybody else around us, and that's the hardest thing you could say. If we're in this for the next person, not ourselves. We're in this for the next person. This is not all about an individual. It's all about a nation of people doing the right thing with Christ as our King and our leader under the Most High God.
Damn right.
You know, and that's all we're trying to do. We don't care about no profit. We don't care about no money. That's carnal. We care about our people, you know.
Now we do care about money being brought into this nation. Pay your tithes.
Pay your tithes, yeah.
Pay your tithes.
That is the commandment.
Okay, if money is a defense, we're gonna need that money, but we're gonna use it for something.
Right.
Like I once heard Camp Kadazar say something amazing. Camp Kadazar one time on their show, and they were talking about Commander Johanna. It was like, we seen what Commander Johanna choose to drive. We see what he chooses to wear. We see what he chooses to live in. He could live in a multi-million-dollar house if he wanted to. He could live in a good, rich, scale neighborhood if he wanted to. He could pull up in a Rolls Royce if he wanted to. He got access to funds, but instead he uses the money that he gets brought in through the school. He uses it to pay brothers' rent. He uses it to help get brothers off of drugs, to pay for funerals, to go and do what he did in New York and send money and send money out so brothers and sisters can go out there and get the necessary things that they need to survive in this land called America. When you look at your Christian pastor, bro, he barely give you the $5 out of his pocket. You sit up there and say, Pastor, my light's about to be cut off. You don't say, let's pray.
Right.
Let's pray for this brother. You say, but Pastor, I'm about to lose my job. Well, let's pray for this brother. Pray he gets a better one. Like, we in here, we not just gonna pray for you, brother. We gonna act on it. But right. Brother comes to me and say, I'm about to lose my job. We're gonna try to find you another one. A brother comes in and tells me, I'm about to lose. You know, I'm down about $500. I'm not gonna be able to pay my light bill. Guess what? We're gonna come up with them $500 one way or another. You know what I'm saying? Someone gonna do some extra Uber in here, but we gonna get that 500. You get what I'm saying? Because like what Azad is saying, you go to the Christian church, they're gonna leave you bleeding dry. They don't leave you with nothing. Like all those years and dedication and money you give to the church, you will not get it back. But here in the ISUPK, all your dedication and love will be given back to you threefold. Right. Go ahead, brother. If you could read that scripture.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 31.
Word.
And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise.
Do what?
Do ye also to them likewise.
So if a brother shows you brotherhood, man, meaning like this is the same thing when they say what goes around comes around, or do good unto one another. This is where it comes from, the Bible. You ever heard that old saying in grade school, if you don't want someone doing that to you, why do it to them? I know no man in here wants someone to sleep with their wife. So why would you go sleep with someone else's wife? I know you wouldn't want no one to rob you. So why would you go rob someone else? You wouldn't want no one to shoot your mother in the face. So why are you going to go shoot someone else's mother in the face? Why would you go sell drugs to his mother? Because you don't think like that. You think as an individual, as a selfish, disgusting animal, just like your oppressor. But here we're not allowed to live like that. We're here to think, like Azan was saying, as a greater goal, as a nation. I can't just sit here and be like, you know what, man? I just won the lotto, 10 million. I'm going to go take all that money and go live on an island somewhere. I can't do that because the niggas are still here in America with nothing. I'm going to sit here and be like, you know what, man? I'm going to pay my tithes. With that 1 million, they're going to be able to move around. Command John are going to find a way to move around and help with that money. Then I got another 9 mil. Maybe I could use it to help set up the school here. So, you know, pay for a vehicle here. You know, it's 9 mil. You know what I mean? I can at least spare a couple $100,000, you know what I mean? At least for the greater good of the nation. But when Black and Hispanic, you see it with celebrities and ball players all the time. When they get big and high up, they go run out the neighborhood. They don't ever think about Chicago ever again. They don't ever sit here and like Kanye West is a great example. Kanye West talks all that God and Christianity nonsense, but then goes out to Ghana, goes out to Africa and gives them free Yeezys. But what about the South Side of Chicago? They'd like some free Yeezys. They're going to go out there and give it to them damn smelly Africans. You know what I'm saying? What? Yeah, that's the point. Talking about homecoming. This song about Chi-Town. Well, you ain't show no love for Chi-Town when you was up. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, Azam was saying what the scripture is saying, do unto man as you want done unto yourself. A brother shows you brotherhood, man, show brotherhood unto them. If you want brotherhood shown unto you, show brotherhood unto another Black and Hispanic man. You know, next time you got a few dollars and you see a Black and Hispanic man begging for money, don't sit there and be like, he gonna use this for drugs, or he an alcoholic, and just give him the damn money. Right. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he is gonna get himself a little 40 ounce. What? So what? Let him go kill his sorrows a bit. He's damn homeless. Damn, Azan. Maybe he is gonna go buy himself some food. You don't goddamn know. Like, let the brother live. Like, you let him at least have something. While you driving your little car on your way to your work, while you go lay down with your wife, he gets to lay down under a bridge. And that's the point. We don't think this type of way. Why? Because America has taught us to be selfish and not how to be humble and not how to love one another. But here in the Isupk, you'll be instructed and taught every day how to love your brothers and sisters, and we're going to teach you. And with that, you got anything you want to add, brother, before we wrap it up? I'm Precinct Officer Karyash. Pass the class to Precinct Officer Azan. Make sure you pay your tithes, pay a $200 Passover fee. Passover is April 20th. Make sure you make it there in Durham, North Carolina. We out there this year, bringing all Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans together as always. You know, it's getting on and popping. With that, we are the Isupk County Command John. That's our time. Shalom.